This is Coogan Cassis for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. Got another belt!
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, I'm a bit battered and bruised at the moment, but it's so worth it. Yeah.
Another phenomenal display, Katie, tonight. And the first round, it looked like it could be going early. Talk to me about that first round. Fast start from yourself.
Yeah, she actually had a bit of pop in her right hand. I felt it definitely in the first round, but yeah, she went down with a punch. I kind of sputtered myself down a bit. I have to learn to compose myself when I do actually hurt these girls. I kind of rush in and get a bit too excited, but no, she's a tough girl, and to stop an unbeaten opponent like that was the ice on the cake, really.
Absolutely. We knew it was going to be a tough fight. Obviously, she was coming into this fight previously unbeaten, and like I said, from the first round, we didn't really know how it was going to play out, but she kind of stuck in there.
Yeah, she came out firing. I knew she was here to fight. She's a strong girl. As I said, she's dangerous for the whole fight. She has got heavy hands, but no, I knew that if I stood there and fought with her as well, I could outfight her as well as outbox her. And a lot of these girls think that they can't outmuscle me and they can't outfight me, but I can pretty much stand there and fight as well. Yeah.
The referee obviously bringing the fight to an end in the end, so to speak. But yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but you understood what I meant with that. But you talked to me about kind of the clash with the. It seemed to be. What do you remember about it?
The clash.
The clash with the.
Oh, I don't really remember much from it really.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you're grounded. Yeah, a couple of times. I usually come out on top with the head clashes, but I did get a bit of a mark, but it's not too bad. Yeah.
So, I mean, the message is clear now. You want to be undisputed, and you want PERSOON.
That's it. We can finally talk about that fight. That her name's been thrown around for the last few months, and I couldn't really focus on her because I had Rose Volante to get over with, and there's huge fights out there available for me with PERSOON and Amanda Serrano and Cecilia Brackes, but I knew I had to get over Rose Volante first for those fights to be available. So, yeah, PERSOON is next, I hope, and the road to undisputed is still on.
It's difficult for you because it doesn't matter who you seem to be fighting. People are always talking about the next fight, like idiots like me. I'm talking about, but they're always talking about. Oh, but if you get past her, and you're kind of like focused on who you're fighting on, and you don't really want to talk about what potentially could be after that, because otherwise you'd probably becoming complacent.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I can't overlook anyone. I can't take anyone for granted. I know that the toughest opponent is the one on the opposite side of the corner for me. I have to get past these girls first, and as I said, there are huge fights out there available, and there are a lot of fights out there that the public are interested in as well. But I have to keep winning for those fights to be available, and I can't become complacent. I know that if you do become complacent, that's the time you do lose.
Absolutely. Obviously, you want to get that fourth belt, and it's kind of the last part of the jigsaw. But there are kind of other fights out there in Serrano and Breakhouse. From a personal point of view, do you believe that Amanda Serrano does want to fight you?
Well, I have to take her word for it. She said she wants to fight, so I hope she does step up and actually take the fight. That's the fight that everyone wants to see. I don't know. Sometimes I question Amanda Serrano's heart, but. I think she definitely does pick and choose her fights very well. So I don't really think she wants to fight personally, but she has stated she wants it, and I hope she sticks to her word.
Is the Breakhouse fight kind of not last on the list, but is that the one that possibly could be obviously need a bit of working out with the weight, etc., etc.?
Yeah, it will be fantastic. I mean, if I do become undisputed champion, she's also an undisputed champion as well. That would be a huge fight. Two undisputed champions against one another, but I think that fight's probably at the end of this year, if it is going to happen. First and foremost, it's PERSOON, and then ideally Amanda Serrano, and then if Cecilia is there by the end of the year, that's fantastic. That would be the perfect.
Oh, I was going to say, but is that in an ideal world for you? You have those as your next three fights.
That would be great. I've always said I wanted the tough fights. I want to stay busy. I want to be involved in big fights. And I want to change the women's boxing forever. So these are the types of fights that are actually going to do that.
Who's going to be left after that?
There's plenty of girls out there.
Up and down the weights, but I mean that would be some kind of feat. even for yourself, to kind of go through that calibre of opposition between now and the end of the year, considering we're kind of a third of the way into the year now?
Yeah. I know. Who knows if that is going to happen? But we would love to have 3 or 4 fights this year. But so we'll just take one fight at a time, I guess.
Is it likely that you'll fight on June the 1st card for Joshua Miller?
I think so. That's the word that I hear. I don't know if I can say otherwise.
Eddie's already told us.
Nothing has been confirmed.
Right.
I don't think, but
that's what he wants to do.
Yeah,
so.
I'd love that. I mean, the first is that the 1st of June?
1st of June.
Yeah. Madison Square Garden, the AJ. I do love a good AJ undercard. I've been on more Anthony Joshua undercards than anyone, I think, so that would be ideal.
Usually when you tell Eddie Hearn what you want, you usually get it. So we've seen that before.
It's puppy dog eyes, I think.
I think it's a little bit more than that, to be honest, but he's frightened for his life.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think when he kind of refers to you as his favourite fighter? It's weird for us to hear that. Kind of from his stable, and considering he has.
I think he says that about all his fighters.
No, but I've never heard him refer to anyone as his favourite fighter, including Anthony Joshua, who's obviously, let's have it right, earns him the most money.
Yeah.
But he refers to you as his favourite fighter, which is kind of, I mean, I don't know really how to say that.
It is very endearing, actually, very humbling, and.
Does he feel like he has to say that?
Yeah, maybe he does. Maybe he's just trying to get my name out there. Thanks, cool.
But no, obviously, listen, he's spoken since you've turned professional. He's kind of spoken so highly, and he's kind of pushed you at every given opportunity. But it was just interesting to kind of hear him say that about a fighter for the first time. Never heard him say that, so.
Yeah, no, it is great, actually, and as I said, I am very humbled by that, actually. It's nice to hear that from people, and I'm just in a privileged position, really, to have a chance to find these undercards and these big shows. It really is the stuff of dreams.
Absolutely. A few people were tweeting me in the week saying, "Where's Katie Taylor's interview?" And do you want to kind of address this and just say...
That's my fault, I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault, but just for people to know, during fight week, you're not a massive fan of kind of talking to cameras. You do stuff you have to do with Sky and that, but
exactly.
You're not. We know. I've spoken to obviously your team and stuff, and it's like you're kind of just focused on what you have to do, and then.
I'm one of the awkward ones, I think. I think I hide a lot on fight week. I don't say much. I am pretty much just focused on the actual fight. I'm very, very cranky on fight week, so I do apologise.
No, you don't have to apologise about nothing. It's just like it's just how it is. But the main thing is obviously you get the win, and then you talk for Ireland, obviously.
You can't shut me up now.
Absolutely. So it is well and truly strap season.
Yeah, where's your one gone? Oh, she took her back.
Where's the other one gone? What? Have we lost the belt?
He's got them back. She had to get it back. That was her belt.
That was her belt, so you'll be sent a new one, obviously. Have you got anything else you'd like to add, Casey, before we finish?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I have.
I haven't watched your documentary yet, actually.
Either have I.
What?
I haven't watched it either, so
okay.
that makes two of us.
All right, I will watch it because you can't watch it here in America. Someone told me.
That's right. Yeah, it's only back in the UK and Ireland, I think, for the time being. So.
Well, I'm going to watch it because a lot of people have spoken to me about it and said it's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah.
Astounded that you haven't.
No, I don't think I'll ever watch it. Maybe when I retire from sport, I'll actually watch it, but for the time being.
Oh, in a few years then. Yeah. Casey Taylor, thank you very much for talking to IFL TV. Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
3 out of 4 now, 1 to get, and then.
That's it. Yeah, please God, 1 to get. They'll find PERSOON is next, I hope, and then Amanda Serrano, she actually takes the fight.
We'll see. All right, thank you very much,
Okay,
Casey Taylor. Congratulations.